Good day everyone. Today, we were going to show you some examples on how to use learning logs in formative assessment. Learning logs is a way for children to record their learning in progress about the topic or the lesson that they learned. It is a place for students to reflect on their own learning and record observations. Learning logs are most effective when not assessed or marked on the content. It focuses on encouraging a habit of reflection and developing metacognition so that students become more aware of how they learn. One example is this table wherein in the first column, the student can write all the facts that he learned, while in the second column, he can write the questions or opinions that he has for the lesson. Another example is by making an illustration or drawing about the water cycle. Another example is writing a reflection log of what the student learned for the day. Good morning, children.
Good morning, teacher.
How are you today?
We're good.
I am glad that you are all fine and happy today. Are you ready for our lesson this morning?
Yes, we are.
Our lesson for today is about water cycle. But before we proceed to our lesson, I'd like you to get your notebook and write something about your idea or opinion about our topic for today. I am very happy with what you have written on your notes. I read them as I roam around, and some has already an idea, and some of you wrote down some question about our topic. When we say water cycle, it shows the continuous movement of water within the earth and atmosphere. It is also known as hydrologic cycle or hydrological cycle. Water cycle has four major processes. The first one is the so-called precipitation. Precipitation can be any form of water that falls back to earth, while evaporation is the process by which water vapor directly enters the atmosphere from lakes and oceans. Condensation is the process by which water vapor in the air is changed into liquid water. While collection is when water falls from the clouds as rain, snow, or sleet, collects in the oceans, rivers, lakes, streams, most will infiltrate the ground and will collect as underground water. Do you understand our lesson for today?
Yes, ma'am.
What are the four processes of water cycle?
Condensation, evaporation, precipitation, collection.
I am very glad that you understand our lesson. Now, I'd like you to get your science notebook and you are going to write something of what you have learned for today. It could be in a paragraph form or in a table, or you can draw an illustration of what you have learned for today, or you can also write your thoughts, opinions, and questions about the topic that we have discussed. From the lesson about water cycle, the student uses different examples of learning log to reflect how far they have learned in the lesson. Learning logs are a great tool for teachers to use, and it is student-centered. Students can make their own learning log, they can run away with idea, they can make the way they like it. It makes students excited about their education because they taking an initiative in the learning process. Log can be used in elementary students up to senior high school and with wide variety of classroom subjects. It's great for classes that are vastly lecture-based and also very useful in classes that are hands-on or lab-based as well. Now, When are we going to use learning lag? Actually, it depends, but it is most commonly used after a lesson, a unit, or assignment, as it is mainly a reflection tool. But it could also be implemented at the beginning and a conjunction with a post-lesson learning log by asking the student to write down what they already know about the topic or question that they want to learn. Why should we use learning log? First is that you can adapt and apply to any subject at any learning level, and it's easy to implement. Another is that it gives the teacher the opportunity to see which concepts were understood by the students and which one needs remediation. Next is that it also creates deeper understanding of the readings. Students might feel more comfortable participating in discussions and raising their hands to answer questions, which also enhances self-confidence. It promotes creativity, especially in higher grades when you can give them more flexibility on how to present their journals and content. It also allows the student to think critically and evolve their thought processes as they move further in the lesson learned, new material, and form their own conclusions. It also teaches students to create their own opinions and perspective by making connections and building upon prior knowledge. And it gives the student a risk-free space to explore and practice the skill that they learned.